Do you know there are 4,000 cryptocurrencies as of 2021? Bitcoin, one of the type of cryptocurrencies, actually gained 193,639% in the past 8 years, from 2012 to 2020. It has gained so much popularity that every 3 seconds there is a post on Bitcoin that appears on social media. Even Elon Musk has publicly backed the idea of cryptocurrencies. If you don't believe me, you can check his Twitter handle to be sure. Yes, you guessed it right. Today's topic of discussion is all about cryptocurrency. We'll discuss what it is and everything related to them. Hi all, my name is Dheeraj Vaidya from wallstreetmojo.com, the home to most authentic place to learn finance and accounting. Let's get started. Now, before we move on to the specifics, let's take a look at the history of these magical virtual coins. It was a guy named as Satoshi Nakamoto, whose identity has been kept secret till now, who took advantage of the 2008 economic crisis and created the first ever cryptocurrency in 2009, which you and I call as the Bitcoin. Now, people say it was created so that people could take control of their money themselves. Okay, now coming to the most critical question. What actually cryptocurrency is? Cryptocurrency is actually a decentralized digital asset. You can call it as a currency that you can also use for online transactions, to buy goods or services, or make even investments for profits. But it's not like a physical paper, which you can touch. Instead, these currencies are actually made from computer coding and are stored in some form of a digital format. But you can sell this, exchange them, even transfer them as well. Now, cryptocurrency actually work on a technology that's called as a blockchain. Blockchains are nothing but decentralized data structures and that record and manage transactions. The cool thing about these blockchains is that there is no single authority that controls your transactions. So before a transaction is basically added to the blockchain, it must be authenticated and authorized. So the word decentralization, decentralized data structure, which I used here, this basically means that there's no central authority, something like a bank or a government agency that controls your cryptocurrencies. Okay, so you must be thinking, why should I buy cryptocurrency, right? I mean, what's wrong with holding on to the fiat money and doing transactions through them? But before we move on, let me tell you, fiat money is something like, money which you can touch, you can keep in the pocket, something like dollars, pounds, rupees, etc. Right? Now, cryptocurrencies are not just any currency that you can buy online. They have some significant advantages that a regular fiat money does not provide you. Now, look at this. Cryptos actually remove the power from the central bank's hands, right? Which tend to reduce the money value through inflation. But here in cryptocurrency, you have total control of your assets. Another advantage is that it uses blockchain technology. It's highly encrypted and you can be reasonably assured that your assets are completely safe in the digital space. Third is that you actually eliminate the need of any irritating third-party fees because the transactions are processed directly by you here. And lastly, which is actually the most remarkable thing, is that you have an option to hold your cryptocurrency because it can ultimately make impressive gains as the value tends to increase over time. Now, before we move on to how this whole thing works, you must know what a cryptocurrency wallet is. Now, think of it like a bank account, where you can store your cryptocurrency safely and you can also facilitate the receiving and the payment of this digital currencies. So technically, if you look at cryptocurrency wallet is a digital space or a software that stores your public key as well as your private key. So these keys are used for cryptocurrency transactions. You can use software wallets, like Exodus as well. Or if you are somewhat traditional, you can choose to use hardware options like Ledger. Okay, so now let's understand how this whole cryptocurrency thing works. So the whole process begins when you sign into your cryptocurrency wallet by using a private key. So this private key is nothing but a combination of numbers, letters, etc. Think of it like a password. Now, suppose you agree to a very simple Bitcoin transaction with some other user. Now, this transaction needs to be approved and authorized before it gets added to the blockchain. So here is how the overall process happens. Now remember, there is no bank authority here, right? So instead, the first step is that a block is created for the transaction. Next is that this block is shared with the members of the Bitcoin network. Consensus is required before a transaction can be added to the blockchain. To be valid, a transaction must have a consent of majority of the Bitcoin network nodes. The owners of the computer in the network are basically rewarded for verifying these transactions. And this system is actually called as the proof of work. And the verification method involves highly advanced computers, solving extremely difficult, maths puzzles. And whosoever solves these puzzles, they receive a reward in the form of Bitcoins. This process is nothing but Bitcoin mining, and it helps to ensure that the transactions also remain authentic and verified. And this is how the new crypto coins actually come to the market as well. So finally, once the verification is done by proof of work, the block finally gets added to the blockchain and the transaction is approved and completed. Now comes a $1 million question. How do I buy cryptocurrencies? The first thing that you actually need is a cryptocurrency wallet. I hope you remember that it's like a bank account, right? That helps you send and receive cryptos, as well as, it keeps them safe. But next you need is a cryptocurrency exchange that basically helps the user to buy or sell cryptocurrencies. The exchange can be accessed on the internet as well as through an app. Now there are many cryptocurrency exchanges where you can buy, hold or sell crypto coins. Just hop on to any of these apps. You can create an account, transfer some funds from your bank account to these exchanges, and you can start buying. It's very easy. Some of the top and trustworthy exchanges that you may actually rely upon are Binance and Coinbase. Now let us look at some of the top cryptocurrency coins you can get your hands on. Although the market is filled with more than 4,000 plus cryptocurrency coins, most of them are actually not reliable and can crash at any point in time. So let's look at the top 2 coins that you may buy. The first and foremost is the most famous one, that is the Bitcoin. According to the data by Binance Research, 65% of cryptocurrency users are actually Bitcoin users. Although its fluctuating nature makes it a bit risky, but no one has incurred a loss by holding it for more than 4 years. And it's undoubtedly the highest rating cryptocurrency out there. The next in line is nothing but the Ethereum. Most of you may or may not have heard about this kind of a cryptocurrency coin, but it is said to be the safest altcoin in the market. And the experts actually predict that it could actually replace Bitcoin as the cryptocurrency king. Okay guys, finally let's look at whether you should invest in cryptocurrencies or not. I feel that buying and trading of cryptocurrencies are much riskier as compared to the stock trading of established companies. I find it convenient to invest in the stock market because I'm in the position to do due diligence and create financial models, analyze the company. But when I look at cryptocurrencies, I actually feel that it's a bit more riskier. But you should take my advice. You should do your maths first and then decide whether you want to invest in it or not. I hope you found this video to be useful. Please do like and share. And if you have any feedback or want to suggest a topic for any future video, then you may do so by writing about it in the comments section. Also, we come up with very interesting videos on finance and accounting topics regularly. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so by clicking on the subscribe button below so that you can get the notification as soon as we release the latest videos. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.